G'day back again. Do a video on the Gainsborough double cylinder deadbolt. This is the architectural design which Gainsborough uses in a lot of the new project housing they do these days. Because you can construction key these as well. It's the details, the model, any information you might need. This is not so much for people who are buying these complete and establishing a footprint onto the door from scratch. That's not a drama, because obviously they're going to come with instructions, so that's fine. It will give you the step-by-step directions. But more so people who have one of these established in the door, and for whatever reason they want to just say, for example, if the deadbolt becomes loose in the door, you need to get to the retainer screws to tighten them up. Herein lies a little problem. It has me doing this video. I went to a place a couple of days ago, and the person had two of these, one from the garage, the hallway entrance door, and the main door, and they've come loose over time. And he decided to give it a go to get it off and tighten it up himself, which is, it's fine, but he didn't understand the actual workings to get that escutcheon off, because it's a snap-on escutcheon. It doesn't screw off, you can't pry it off, it snaps on. And what I'll show you how to get it off without damaging it. If you start prying off, you would just start bending the tab, and all you'll end up with is just the escutcheon floating around in the wind, and yeah, you would damage it. So yeah, that's the outer escutcheon, which was on the outside of the door. That's hence the screw posts. There are we? Yeah, screws go through here, which is on the inside of the door, obviously, into the posts. But I'll get to that anyway. Yeah, it's a part of the strike assembly. The filler plate there, or plastic filler, all the screws, obviously. Yeah, we don't have to worry about those at this stage. This is the actual locking assembly. It looks like the tri-lock center assembly, but it's not. This is actually a deadbolt, totally different interior design and mechanism. So it throws the bolts, obviously. This works on a crankshaft. I'll show you. I'll take it apart actually. Show you. So if you ever need to get that cylinder out, or it's pretty straightforward. You've got to take it off the door, obviously, but I'll show you. I'll give you a run through how you do that. Anyway, yeah, so this is Gainsborough, so it's an arse about cylinder. They must think we live in Europe or something. Anyway, the air goes in that position. That'll be on the outside, obviously. On the inside, there's the backing plate, securing plate, which fits on the inside. There's your two access holes for your retainer screws. Okay. Oh, bloody dickhead! Put the wrong bloody backing plate on. Okay, sorry. Okay, that's the correct one. That's the outside one with the post, obviously. So yeah, it goes through there. That goes on the back there, inside the door. Hence the holes here for the screws. Once you've tightened it up, this is a snap-on escutcheon. It's not a screw-on. It's not a. What you'll find is once you secured it, just snap it on. Okay. Now, if you ever get to the point where you need to remove this to tighten up the deadbolt, or remove the cylinder to rekey or exchange over the cylinders, whatever, you've got to get that off, that discussion off. What you'll find, this is how it would lay or be placed on the door. At the bottom, you'll see a little cavity there. Like I said, this guy, he didn't realise, but he thought, oh, okay, I'll get in there and I'll keep doing that, or it'll come off. But he didn't realise it wasn't going to come off. All he was doing is damaging it, bending it. So how you get them off, actually, I can do this without that backing plate on, for example, just for demonstration purposes. Yeah, just be in that position. So what you need to do, don't pry at all, don't touch it. That is actually spring loaded. If you push, get a small screwdriver and push at the same time, this will snap off. It's easier showing it inside on the door because you need 3 pair of hands sometimes, but yeah, if you push it, he says, like I said, it's easier on the door than doing it in hand. I wouldn't be doing this in hand normally. I'm just trying to show you. Yeah, just yeah. I might better to show you this way actually. Yeah, obviously that's in that position. So what's happening when you push that little plate, you'll see that section move up, and what that is doing, as you push it up, it's pushing it out of this cavity here, or this recess. So that's when you can sort of pull the thing off. So yeah, like I said, it's easier in the door to show the example, but yeah, just hold on to it, get on there and just push it up, and you'll feel it, the clip move up, and when you do, just pull it off. Simple. And to put it back on, just a matter of, you know, put it on over and snap it on, and Bob's your uncle. So that's the secret. So yeah, this is what mainly the video is about, just to show you that little thing. You'd be surprised how many people don't realise this, especially when it's already established on the door and they don't understand how it works. It's very simple. Just push that up, and as you're doing that, just pull the escutcheon off, and yeah, when you finish, just snap it back in. Yeah, that's the actual mechanism. Show you how to do it. If you ever need to remove the cylinder, there's a little grub screw there at the back. I'm not even sure what it is actually, offhand. Nah, I haven't got I don't think I've got one handy. Nah, I haven't got one handy. Anyway, yeah, it's either probably a metric size Allen key. Yeah, just remove the grub screw and pull the cylinder out, rekey it if you need to, or put a new one in, whatever you want to do. You can get these tri-lock cylinders in the C4 profile now, so so you can change it to a C4 if you want to. Anyway, I'll just take this apart and show you how the little crankshaft works. It's not your normal. You're going to have to remove this anyway to get this hub out of the door. So yeah, take these screws out. Yeah, get the key, throw the bolt, and as you throw the bolt, that will pop out. And see here, does that remind you of a crankshaft? Yeah, like that's where the piston rod would go in there between the two weights, counterweights. Yeah, so that's how it works. Just throws that crankshaft basically, and that will be your piston type design. That flicks in here, over there, and just push it in, back in there, and secure it back in. put the screws back. Oh yeah, once you do this, take this out. Once that's out, you can remove that from the door and change over the cylinder, rekey it, whatever you have to do. And yeah, like again, put it in that position, just flick it over and throw the dead bolt into the retract position, push it back in. Yeah, just tighten those screws up. Yeah, I'm doing it. This will be in the door by the way. So yeah, put them back in. And yeah, I won't take them out of the bag, but anyway. Oh, nah, should I? Yeah, come on up. Yeah. That will go over there, and then the face plate would go over there, and yeah, put the screws into the door, and yeah, like I said with these, and put that on the outside. And yeah, this part here. Bloody hell, trying to do things through the cameras is bloody near impossible. Yeah, 2 screws in, and snap it on, and Bob's your uncle. There you go. So that's the story of that lock. Yeah, like I said, these are pretty popular in new housings these days with the Gainsborough, because the Gainsborough's basically, well, from us aware, they construction key for free basically from the factory for builders. That's why the builders go from too. Lockwood are a bit more, they were expensive, I think. Anyway, yeah, that's the story with this one. So if you come across, if you've got one of these at home and you want to get the get to the screws or rekey or whatever, or change the cylinder over, just be aware. Again, don't pry on that. Just push that little thing, push it up, and at the same time pull the eschucheon off, and yeah, job will be done. Anyway, what's the time? 13 minutes. That'll do. So if it helps someone out here in Australia, save them the woe of damaging the eschucheon. That's how you do it. Okay. It's a pretty beefy bloody strike actually. Condition difference. Yeah, so yeah, it's a good, extra sort of door frame strengthener type design as well, like such. But yeah, anyway, that'll do. Till next time, take care, and yeah, I'll do another video of another lock that's applicable to Australian conditions, and we'll yeah, go from there. Okay, till next time, take care, and yeah, goodbye.